everybody. Driving along here with nothing to do, so I'm thinking. Saw a video a few days ago. I forget who did it. Maybe Minutes of Horror or Richie from Boston. Not sure exactly, but it was talking about something I heard a long time ago about parasites and how all these elites, part of the Panda Club or the Black Eye Club or whatever the hell you want to call it, they all get a black eye. Well, some people think it might be like an initiation of some sort, like you sell your soul to the devil. You want to be rich and famous, you got to join their club. We all know that. They all do the covering the eye photo, or the 666 over the eye and stuff, or they show off their black eye. Everybody gets punched in the eye and has a black eye. All these idiots. Just do a Google search, you can see all these celebrities and politicians and everybody with their black eyes. Well, some people are saying that's when they join the club, they get a parasite that goes into the eye and connects to the cornea. And if you know anything about parasites, like mad cow disease, for example, an ant will get this parasite and basically commit suicide. It'll go on the grass. I think it's mad cow. It'll hide in the grass. The cow eats it unsuspectingly. This parasite gets ingested. It hatches, goes into the bloodstream, eventually makes its way to the cow's brain and controls the cow and controls the ant. Parasites control the host. So if these elites, in fact, are getting parasites, another video a long time ago I watched was making a comparison that demons could be parasites. That's one way they do it. And when you start comparing them, it sounds ridiculous, but when you start comparing demonic possession and parasites, there's a lot of similarities. If parasites can control the host, and you think back in the Bible when Jesus cast out Legion that was in that one guy, put him into the pigs and everything, and they ran over a cliff. Those demons that were in that fellow were controlling him. Once once he cast them out, the guy was back to normal. And he did that more than once. When you cast out a demon, the person that has the demonic possession is not themselves. Or when you drink too much alcohol, you're not yourself. You drink spirits, you're not yourself. But let's not get into alcohol right now. Let's stick with parasites. Demonic possession and being infested with parasites is a lot of similarities. If you're you, but you're not acting like you, or you're not able to control yourself, something is making you do that. Like there's parasites that'll cause you to crave sweets. That's why people have a sweet tooth, because the parasite that is in them has the taste for something sweet. So if these elites are being controlled, they sold their soul, and maybe they have this parasite. So that kind of right there tells you that demonic possession and parasites are definitely, they got to be connected somehow. Now, do I think a demon is a tiny little parasite that you need a microscope to see? Maybe not. Unless those parasites are controlled by demons, that would be their host, and they want a bigger host. They're trying to destroy the temple of God. Well, let's go back. I'm getting off track, just trying to tie everything together here. Let's go back to when COVID happened. And right wing, left wing, it's the same bird. So when one side mentions something, the other side automatically, oh, that's crazy, that's crazy. Anything good humanity tries to do, whether it be making engines that run off of water Everybody that developed an engine like that mysteriously wound up dead. There's at least 3 different people that developed engines running off of water, and they all died. And that would be something good for humanity. If we could just put a gallon of water in our fuel tank in our vehicle and drive across the country, I mean, that would be enormous. But people don't get rich off of that. You wouldn't be able to charge anybody. You wouldn't need gas pumps. You could just carry a gallon of water around with you in case you get low and dump more water in. So that technology got destroyed. Free electricity, that got destroyed. Well, why would anybody in the human race want to destroy any kind of progress like that? It doesn't really make sense unless they're being controlled by something, and for some reason everybody that's in control, I don't think they care about making more money. They just don't want us to have it. They want us to struggle. Why would you want another fellow human being to struggle? People might want to be left alone, but at the same token, you really don't care what anybody else is doing as long as what you're doing is working for you. But none of us can live the lives we want to because we're beholden to follow this system that's constantly draining us. And for some reason, all these people are in control of everything that we do, and we don't get a say, and we lose more rights. So let's go back to the COVID thing again. Let me finish that thought. So one side will say something, the other side makes it sound ludicrous and insanity, and that's preposterous. Well, when COVID was going on, and I'm no fan of anybody, he called me a political atheist. Old Trumpy mentioned something about ivermectin. And of course, it's a horse paste. You want to take horse medication. Ivermectin kills parasites. So they had to put that out there, regardless of it worked for COVID or not. They put this out there to destroy it, to make it sound ridiculous. A parasite drug killing COVID was nothing. It was nothing. Think of that what you will, but it wasn't anything, nothing to worry about especially. But what they did when they mentioned that is they completely made ivermectin, a parasite drug, sound ridiculous. Regardless of where you stood on COVID, they destroyed the reputation of that drug. And some people went out and they got it and they stocked up or whatever, but then they quit talking about it and it kind of dies down, and everybody, even if they did stockpile it or go get it or use it or whatever, it worked. It worked on nothing because COVID was nothing, but the reputation of ivermectin got destroyed. Even people that bought it, they probably put it in their shelf, forgot they even have it, and just quit taking it. The enemy will play every angle it possibly can. If ivermectin kills parasites, and these idiots in control of everything are run by a parasite, maybe a parasite and a demon aren't the same, but if a demon controls a parasite and the parasite controls the host, then there's some kind of a connection there. And if you do something to kill that parasite, maybe that was a key right there. Maybe that was a clue. Imagine if, I'm not saying this is fact, I'm just saying if that video I saw, if there was any truth to it, if in fact these elites get parasites put into their eyeball that connects to their cornea, which is connected to the brain, that controls their behaviors and controls their thoughts and their motives and everything, and they demonized a drug, a pill, a paste, whatever it might be, the ivermectin, an anti-parasite. What if it killed the parasite that controls these people? I don't know if anything I said is going to make sense to you, but just a thought. Just some more dots to connect. Because imagine if we weren't controlled by elites. Or imagine if we were controlled by people that had good intentions in mind. Where we didn't need gasoline, we didn't need diesel fuel, we didn't need to pay for electricity. Just imagine the technology that's hidden from us, but it's kept from us. It's out there. I'm sure there's a few people out there that know what they're doing, that are engineers that don't talk, that aren't on the radar, that live free. Maybe not totally free, but you get the point. Anyway, just a thought. Kill the parasites, kill the demons, kill the hosts anyway, that hold the demons. Maybe that's a path to freedom. I'm not saying it's ivermectin, but why did they make an anti-parasitic drug? So ridiculous sounding. And I'm sure there's other ones out there, but ivermectin was the big name apparently. So somebody somewhere was onto something. I don't know. Let me know what you think. God bless.